I do care. I just wanted you to know we're going hot. We're hot.
Don't care.
We are hot. Let's make sure that we're hot on all the spots.
Because there ain't no rest for the wicked. Yes, we are.
We are hot and stuff.
We're up on my X at Jeffy JFR, and that's all I care about.
That's all that matters.
That's all I care about. The rest of it, the whole...
And they all straight to hell.
The real Saturday Morning Live?
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't mean a whit. Or whatever the hell that means. Ah, look, we're live there. Where else was I looking? I guess we're live everywhere. Yep, that worked. Yep, that's okay. Oh yeah, that's what I pushed. I couldn't remember what I did next.
Shit it!
Straight out of the DFW Metroplex, it's Saturday Morning Live with Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat and Brad Staggs from the Daily MoJo. Today's musical guest is, holy crap, I forgot to book anybody. This has to be Ron's fault. And now here are your hosts, Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
That's the beauty of it, though. We can blame it on Ron.
What?
If not Stu doesn't book anybody, it's got to be Ron's fault. See how you need to get yourself a Ron.
I desperately need a Ron, I'll tell you that.
Everybody should have a Ron, because that way it's all taken right off your shoulders and put onto somebody else. There's nothing like blame shifting to do the trick.
So riddle me this. I mean, the last 2 weeks, for me personally, have seemed like a very long 2 weeks, and yet it went by very fast. Riddle me how that's possible.
I don't know, but I agree. Because
it's really incredible to me.
We are...
The last 2 weeks have felt so long, and yet it went by so fast. There's got to be some kind of...
It's called getting old. It's called getting old, and things happen. Everything goes faster when you're old.
Then never mind. What I just said didn't actually occur.
It could have. It possibly could have. It did, because it did feel like it went. It was a long period of time, and yet it went so quickly because we're already at the end of August.
I know. It's almost September.
And then it's almost October, and then November, and then the
next thing you know, it'll be next October.
We're not. September. No, I wouldn't see. That's the problem. Is because this is a weird place in time, because we don't know what's going to happen in 2 months? October, 2 months in November. This is the weirdest election of our lifetime, I would say.
No question.
We've always heard this is the most important. This is the weirdest.
We may elect a man who's in jail. We should. If they throw him in jail, which is very possible, they may. And I talked about it, weeks ago, that everybody thinking that it's been 7 weeks since he was shot, and
wait, he was shot.
Yes,
I mean that one went away.
It sure did. You never know it by the mainstream media's coverage, but yes, he was, and they could still. So they failed there. They failed.
Yeah,
there.
Who's this they, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist? Who's the they? Why don't you explain to me who the they is? It was some crazed kid who was looking for an opportunity. He just, he was looking at a Biden event too, because it wasn't just about Trump. It was about it was anybody. So you can put your stupid little conspiracy theories away. He was just a lone wolf who was nuts.
You're right.
Says everybody.
You're right. You're right. That's exactly what it was. You're right.
But we and they still don't know what the motive was.
Well, they do actually, but
yes, yeah, and the parents now have a high high-profile lawyer, an expensive lawyer, and who the hell knows?
Why do they need it? I mean, everyone needs an attorney, no question. I wish I had an attorney and a Ron at my beck and call at all times.
Yes.
But I don't know that why are we coming after them for some reason? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but
I don't know. Who knows?
Okay.
And I'm in a conundrum because it's great to have an attorney. I just hate attorneys. See my problem?
I do. What do you call an attorney at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
I thought that was, what if a busload of attorneys goes over a cliff with one empty seat? A crying shame. Why do attorneys wear ties?
I don't know, Brad. Why do attorneys wear ties?
To keep the foreskin from slipping up over their head.
Oh, thank you.
You know why sharks won't bite attorneys?
No, Brad. Why will sharks not bite attorneys?
Professional courtesy.
Thank you.
I mean, but other than that, I love them.
Thank you.
I love them. Oh, look, Original Babe and Leprechaun and Dark Magneto and Jody 121 are all, Unfolding Joker, are all in the Rumble chat room. Hang on a minute.
Hello. How you doing? Thanks for showing up, and we appreciate it.
We should,
Brad doesn't, but I
do. They're mad.
I appreciate it.
They're mad because on Wednesday I didn't do
what's your problem?
Malarkey.
We were all there. We were all there just waiting on pins and needles for midweek malarkey.
Well,
there was no malarkey to be had.
Well, and I had to, on Wednesday I had to there was a,
oh boy, here we go.
It was
like
tires.
It was
it was tires and stuff. But and then the other problem was that on Thursday I was going to do it, and then I felt like warmed up dog crap on Thursday, and
how are you feeling now? Honey,
I'm feeling much better.
Are you okay?
I'm here now. I'm here now, so I'm
anything?
feeling good. Maybe a foot rub.
Can I do anything for you?
Foot rub? I already said foot rub.
No, anything at all. Can I do anything? No, I can't.
That's what I always tell Bethy. I'm willing to do whatever it takes as long as it doesn't take too much effort. Beyond
anything,
that, though?
Anything you need.
Seriously.
Anything you need.
Right.
Anything.
Anything you need, as long as I don't have to put out much energy.
Not that.
Wherever and not that. I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Just not that.
Not that, though. I want to help. I'll do anything for you, but not that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I want to start with my favorite story, and then we can do whatever, you do. But my favorite story of the week. I'm just
walking through it.
My favorite story of the week is Denise Prudhomme in Tempe, Arizona. And I don't know if you talked about this on MoJo 50 this week, but
yes,
Denise
Wells Fargo
was found dead in her cubicle at a Wells Fargo corporate office in Tempe, Arizona. Now, the original story that I read, and I talked about this yesterday on Chewing the Fat, because it was, I think, Thursday the story broke. And at least that's when I saw it. So it must have broke on Wednesday. And then Thursday night, the whole story comes out. Because the original story I read had to have been written by Wells Fargo. Because the original story talked about, Denise was found dead in her cubicle, and the manager sent her an email, and she didn't respond. So a few hours went by, and the manager went down to see what was wrong. And oh my gosh, Denise was there dead. And so, okay, and it's still a sad story. And you think to yourself, wow, does that, it's very sad. And my gosh, I can't imagine, having, a fellow employee, dying in a cubicle and nobody noticing. Okay.
Well, and the smell, too.
But it wasn't just hours. Well, in a few hours, you don't get the smell. But then the news comes out that it wasn't hours, it was days. Yeah. She clocked in on Friday morning, and there was no in or out usage of her card until they found her on Tuesday. So what? I mean, holy cow! There's not a cleaning person. I realize Wells Fargo has taken a hit lately, and they've had to pay some fines, and they've cut staff. But there was no one that walked by in 4 days and said, "Hey, let's go." What? The cleaning crew didn't say.
Well,
the lady over there in cubby number 7 that had
her desk
moved.
was way off to the side. It wasn't everywhere everybody initially walked through, and then the people who did walk through were like.
Yeah, on Monday, the fellow employers are like, "What is that smell?" And it must be the air conditioning.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, and I have a couple other questions, and I hope the investigation comes out. We still don't know what the cause of death was, and I'm sure it wasn't what you're thinking.
No, they would have. Well, she was 60.
Couldn't be that.
I mean, she was old. So, she was really old. Yeah, she was 60.
Yeah. So it couldn't have been that, although otherwise they would have said, right off the bat, they
right.
would have let us know that.
Yeah.
But
trying to find a picture of it.
So we don't have a cause of death yet. But we also, I want to know. Okay, so she clocked in on Friday. All right, she goes to work in her faraway cubby, away from other employees. And I know that they said, well, we have a lot of employees that work from home now, and they're remote workers. And, okay. So you don't have a cleaning crew or anyone? Is that an actual picture of Denise? I didn't know they had released any photos.
I look. This Wells Fargo employee dead at desk for 4 days. So
that cannot be her.
No, I don't. But I can't find a picture of her anywhere, and that's the only one that pops up.
They're not releasing. They're not releasing. Oh, look at her bloated body in the chair there. So they're not going to release that. However,
here's another one just in case.
She doesn't look 60 there.
You're right.
Man, she looks good.
Yeah, she does, except for she's in a wheelchair, so she was obviously a cripple.
Well, it doesn't. Denise may have been in a wheelchair. We don't know that. It's not in the story. Anyway, so okay, so she doesn't have any. She's there Friday.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't go home Friday night.
Mm-mm.
There's no family. There's no friends.
Sad.
There's nothing that says, hey, we haven't seen Denise in a day. We haven't seen Denise in 2 days. We haven't seen Denise in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen Denise in 4 days. And no one said anything. It's sad.
It is.
The whole thing is sad. But, Wells Fargo, what are we doing? Is there not? I would have at least gone by the desk and said, she hasn't moved in a while. I'm going to go ahead and take that mug that she has there. I've wanted that for quite some time.
And damn.
Nothing.
Denise?
I know. Denise, man, whatever you ate for lunch, man.
Oh.
I walked by Denise a couple of times the last couple of days, and it doesn't look like she's moved. There's nothing.
Don't just start leaking after like 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know how, but you start bloating, and there is some leakages happening. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and if they turn off the air conditioning over the weekend, because, Wells Fargo, they're actually a bunch of cheap bastards. That's what I've heard.
Probably the case, yeah.
And so it gets hot in there because it is Tempe, Arizona, and it gets hot over the weekend, and then Denise is woof.
Well, we saw what Denise looked like.
Yeah, Denise.
That photo was taken. Somebody look. Let me say this. Someone actually, thanks to that photo, we know that someone witnessed her before the bloating started.
That's a good point.
So whoever that person
I thought about that.
Whoever that person is, we need to find, because that person knew that was there and should have said something.
Yeah, they should have. Who has books on their desk anyway? Why would she? Where's the computer?
Denise was working hard.
She was working hard. And it's right, though. You're right. Nobody called.
Nothing. No family, no friends, no boat, no motor car, not a single luxury, nothing.
Like Robinson Crusoe.
As primitive as can be. Thank you. But I'm just, nothing. It's so sad. And it's ridiculous that there's not a cleaning person or a fellow employee that realizes that Denise has not answered an email since Friday. Well, we don't know when she actually died. Could have been late Friday. It could have been early Friday. I mean, it could have been any time between Friday and Tuesday. Most likely sometime Friday, but we don't know that for sure. Well, just sad.
I told the story because of when I worked at K Ocean in Newport Beach, and I had after I left the station, and some of the salespeople down there I really liked, and Tom Basmagian was one of them. And
love Tom Basmagian.
Oh, Tom was he was a good guy.
That guy,
big tall guy. And after I left there, I think it was within the next 6 months, I found out that Tom was sitting at his desk talking to a client on the phone and fell over dead of a heart attack at his desk.
Oh man!
Just
oh man!
And he was
now.
done.
How long did Tom lay there before someone noticed?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that. And that was back before cell phones.
Did the car dealership say that bastard's not talking to me anymore and slam the phone down?
I want 10 extra spots. And knowing the general manager at that time, you probably push Tom out of the way and get somebody else in that desk, would you? Just stuff.
Who is he on the phone with? Because we got to get them on the phone. We still need that deal.
Call them back. Just tell them Tom hit his head or something.
Yeah. Sounds fine. He'll get back to him later, but we need that deal.
Not that Dick Lyons was a bad guy, but did I say his name out loud?
Oh no,
that may or may not have been his name.
Oh shoot,
just say it.
Oh shoot, but it's just so. I mean, there's plenty of times that we've all worked in buildings where you set up shop away from people. I mean, I was thinking that when I first started working in New York, our studios. Were there? We had the entire floor there. I think it was the 42nd floor. I don't remember the floor. I think it was 42nd floor. But we had one side where everybody was in, then there was the studios, then there was another side. And when I first started there, nobody was over there. There was nothing that, and I was like, well, this is where I'm setting up. All right, this list cubby right here is mine. When I get here early and stay late, this is where I'm at.
Yep.
And so if I fell over, if I pulled a Denise, it might be some time before someone found you.
Yeah,
it would be like the next day. I would assume it would be the next day. People would go, "Well, have you seen the fat man?
Isn't he supposed to be on the air?"
Yeah, have you seen him? What happened?
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm hoping that my wife would have called and said, "Hey, I haven't heard from him. He usually takes the afternoon express back to the house." And
it would have been the next day, probably the day after that. I mean, see, that's the problem with being antisocial. No one knows when you're dead.
I mean, it's just so sad. And I want to know more about Denise, because I really do want to know why there's no friends or not one friend on a Saturday that Denise would call and talk to, or a neighbor that would say, yeah, Denise is usually out here running around. Nope, nothing for 4 days.
I find it ironic. There's not a picture of her anywhere.
Oh my gosh. So this story is not real.
I don't know. I mean, anymore. Wait a second. Hold on. Clickbait.
Oh.
Hold on. This is what you get when you start.
She's got to have a picture. She's got to have a picture on her access card, right?
You'd think, but then I ran across this clickbait story as I was looking at the picture of.
Well, that's not. Why?
That's not her. That's a myth.
No, it's not. But these two people are dead, is what you're saying. They're presumed dead.
Well, they're presumed dead,
from the nudist community.
Why? I mean, when you think of nudist community, you just don't think of people like that.
Actually, you do.
Or do you?
I don't know about you, but actually, yeah. This is what I do envision, and then I think, no, what I want to envision is over here in another page that you don't need to open.
Right.
And but that's not really true.
Right.
That's right there. That's true.
Well, and see, the nice thing is now that couple now knows Denise Prudhomme.
Oh, see,
they do. I mean, after you're dead, don't you get to see everybody?
Yeah, y'all just gather at a big table.
Isn't that what I mean?
They just welcome Denise into the fold. That's what happens.
Isn't that?
That's
what happens. When you die, don't we all want to think that you all are all of a sudden surrounded? Oh, hey, haven't seen you in
Everyone
years.
is there.
Everybody's there.
And there's you, and there's you, and there's you.
Right. And don't you know everybody's story at that point?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, Brad, yes.
I'm just looking for a positive outcome. That's all. I mean, I don't want to live in a world where you are found dead at your desk 4 days after you go to work, and you can't even go to a damn nudist colony and not end up dead. What is this world coming to?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you what world we're coming to, Brad. Is people who don't return their shopping carts. That's the kind of world we're living in right now.
Bastards. Okay? Thank you for bringing that up.
I hate people that don't return their shopping carts.
Thank you for bringing that up, because I have caught a lot of flack over the years. Because, look, I may or may not have exaggerated that I didn't always return my cart to the corral. I mean, sure, there have been times I've been in a hurry and I'm more important than everybody else, and I will put my cart up on the little strip of land, the median strip of land. And
there's plenty of places. Now, there are plenty of places that provide large spaces between where the car is parked that people are supposed to walk. And that space, to me, says, a cart should be there. And,
thank you. Thank you.
Not 12 car spaces that way, where all the other carts are. My cart goes right here.
Most often, I try and I put my cart back in the little corral. And 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks? Week and a half, whatever it was. I'm at Costco, almost my favorite store. And
what do you mean almost?
Well, I mean,
there.
I mean, I like Costco. Anyway. So I go out and I load all my stuff into the truck, and the cart corral is, and see, this is where the logic that I don't understand comes in. The store is to my left. The cart corral is to my right, so I'm actually taking the cart farther away from the store. Doesn't it make more sense to leave it there so that it's less of a distance?
Or take it back to the corral at the store.
Well, let's not be crazy. I'm not going to walk all the way back to the store. So I decide I'm going to go. I take my cart to the corral, and there is one of the cart wranglers there in the corral, probably 20 feet away from me, and he's got a whole lineup of carts all stacked together, and he's putting them all. And there's another cart near me, but both my cart and this other cart near me are facing the opposite direction from his whole lineup of carts. And I thought, well, I can just dump my cart right here. Well, I've done my bit for King and Country. I can say, yep, here's your cart, bye-bye. But no.
Right.
No, I stopped what I was doing, my very important day-to-day doings of stuff.
Activities, yeah.
Right. I stopped, and not only did I turn my cart around.
Your time is important too, Brad. Damn it.
Yes.
Your time is important.
They have no idea who I think I am when I'm there at Costco, and they should do some research. I turn my cart around, and then the other cart, I turn it around. Right? I'm a guy. I'm the guy at that point. And then after I married my cart and the other cart, I pushed those carts onto his stack.
I mean, that's above and beyond.
It really is above and beyond, and I think, quite frankly, it wipes my slate clean from any cart that I may at one point or another have left on a median island somewhere. I think karma and I are equal. So I look up, expecting a nod, a smile.
Oh, see, you did.
Hey, thanks.
You didn't just do it out of the goodness of your heart.
No, I did do it out of the goodness of my heart. I saw another human being attempting to finish something. It's hotter than hell out there. I thought, I'm going to make his job a little bit easier, so I do this.
But you expected to be
I didn't expect him to come over and kiss me. I didn't want a hug. I didn't want a handshake. Okay. I didn't want a Laurel and Hardy handshake. I didn't want any of that. I just, maybe the black man's head nod. And he wasn't black, by the way. Just that. And I looked over, and he looks at me, and he just looks back down at the carts. Nothing.
Oh, got nothing from him.
Nothing. Nothing.
Now, had that been me?
And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I did what I think you're about to say, because that's what I did.
Good. Because you have to call it out.
Walking away, I said, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Got it. Yeah, you have to call that out.
Yeah, and then under your breath, you have to, dick. That's it.
Yeah, you didn't have to under your breath. He knows.
You're welcome.
He knows.
Dick.
Now, looking at it from his point of view is that, look, I'm stuck out here getting carts for Costco, and you are, you doing what you're doing. Whatever, dude. Do whatever you're doing. I got to get these freaking carts.
It just, no good deed goes unpunished anymore. And I did do it out of the goodness of my heart. I mean, I could have had.
I know, baby. I know you did. You're a good person. But you are.
Thank you for noticing that. So few people realize that. It hurts. It really hurts.
Back and I will say this. The carts those Costco carts are large, so they all have the machines that they hook into and wheel them up, and their carts are. There's massive amounts of carts. I remember once. I tell the story just because Max hates it. My youngest son, Maximus, who co-hosts Talking Walking Dead, by the way, will be back up and running very soon. Yeah. Anyway, there was one time when he was little, and when he was just a little kid, we were driving by a Sam's Club, and as we were cutting through the parking lot going to this Walmart, Sam's was closed. I don't know, it was that night, and they had all their carts rode up along the side of the building, and I mean, hundreds. And Max is a little kid, and he goes, "Whoa, that's a lot of carts."
That is a lot of carts.
And so from that point on, my oldest son, Ellis, every time he sees Max, he goes like, "Whoa, that's a lot of carts." And Max just hates it. It was hilarious. Whoa, that's a lot of carts. Anyway, when back in the olden days, when I worked for a grocery chain, you'd go out and you tried to see who could push the most carts in, because you were doing it manually. Right. Now they got these machines. These kids don't know how hard it was, Brad.
They don't. They don't. They have no idea how good they have it.
No, they don't. No, they do not.
And I want to find out.
By the way, Costco. This is another point that I have for these carts at Costco and Sam's Club, is that I'm paying to go into your establishment, and you double check and make sure, well, especially at Costco, that I am the person I say I am. And if I'm not, they shoot you dead if you don't have the card at Costco. If it's not you on the card, they shoot you dead and they just sweep you off to the side. And so if I leave my cart where I park my car, tough.
Right?
Tough.
Right?
Tough. Send Billy out to get it and get over it.
There's
better machines than that. There's better machines than
but
that,
look at the price on that, $3,700.
Yeah. And some of those stores have they're bigger machines than that. They got to be more. They got to cost more than that.
But
because that machine right there, I bet you, 2,200 capacity. I don't know how many carts that is, but those other machines can do more than that.
Well, this is your garden variety tugger puller. So
does it have does this one have a remote control, or do I have to actually stand behind it? Because some of them have that remote control. That one right there looks like you just have to actually stand behind it and push the button to make it go forward or backwards. The big ones have the remote control
that you can stand off to the side and like that one right there.
Awesome.
That's your
there you go.
Your awesome. V-Move XL. You want to jump up to your V-Move XL Plus.
Those are awesome.
Those are. I mean, so what? And I asked you about this the other day when we were talking. Are they magnetized? So because he's pulling that line of carts.
Not really. He's just directing it. He's just
okay. So all right. So it's just pushing. All right. So it doesn't magnetize the carts or anything like that.
No, because and you see on that other one where they have the rope thing, whatever the hell they call that.
This one?
Yeah, that ties that rope thing that ties what do they call those stupid things?
Carts?
Bungee cords. The bungee cords hook up to across the the first 20 carts or whatever, so that keeps them together, and then the machine pushes them forward.
And look, you can move snow with it too.
Yeah, but you're not getting. I'll tell you this: you're not getting that plow for free. That's an accessory, baby.
That's a pretty. I mean, I never really thought about that, but whoever came up with that idea to also make it a snow plow.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely,
not stupid.
It's awesome. No, absolutely not. But you're not getting that for that. We're not throwing in the plow.
That's an upgrade.
Yeah, that's extra. You're not getting that for free.
It does say contact us to purchase or ask us about a demo, which means, damn, that's expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that little one was almost $3,000?
Yeah, almost $4,000.
Almost $4,000.
Yeah.
So that big one. Listen, let me get you into two of these big ones. Yeah. I can get you into these two of these big ones for $12,000. For just under $12,000. And then of course you're going to need a couple of plows. So I'll get you in this. I'll tell you what, we'll get them delivered next week for $20,000.
Right. And then because
by the way, those carts aren't cheap either. Those carts cost a lot of money, which is why they try to protect them and keep them in the lots. And they try to have, those stores. Some of the stores have the security, so you can't push them. Parking lots, but you can't because the homeless people do it all the time. Because once you break the barrier, you're good.
Are you really? Because it locks up the wheels. The Kroger over there in Las Colinas. That was the weirdest because I don't think I'd never thought I'd never experienced it before, and I was pushing the cart out there, and all of a sudden it was like, "What the hell's wrong with this thing? Did I hit a rock?" And it just wouldn't go because it locks up the wheels. But if you get it past the barrier, it frees up.
Yeah,
well, that's a stupid ass design.
The one store I used to work at, people used to take the carts all the time, and the store manager at the time, about once a week, would drive the neighborhoods around the store and pick up the carts, throw them in the back of his pickup truck, and bring them back.
When I was in high school,
that was before there were barriers.
We went to a Kmart. My friend had a Toyota 4-wheel drive truck. We went to a Kmart and got one of the carts and pulled it behind his truck to nobody was in it, pulled it to about 50 miles an hour and let it go. I'm not going to condone it, but I'm going to say it's awfully entertaining just to see what it does, what a cart will do at 50 miles an hour when it really has nobody guiding it. It does some.
The local newspaper had a story about Mildred, who didn't know how the shopping cart smashed through her front door. There was no groceries.
No idea.
There was no the next thing you know, I was just making my tea and a grocery cart slammed through the front door.
It was a freak accident. Must have fallen from the sky. I mean, that was better than throwing water balloons off the overpass, which we also did. Yeah. I mean, it was the desert.
You never cart surfed? You didn't get in the cart and get pulled and then let go?
That looked like it would be painful, and I really wasn't into pain.
If you crashed, it would be. There's no doubt about that.
Because
if you crashed wrong, you're going down.
Well, wasn't it the first Jackass movie where they're all in the giant shopping cart?
I think so, maybe.
And they're going down, and they start falling. Because that looks, I mean, it does look painful. And then, I sent you this.
Full-time income. His YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, Cart Narcs. I love this guy.
Or as he likes to call,
he is a lot of fun.
He looks older than he sounds, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Approach is a bit invasive.
But there are other people that try to do it that he posts on his site, on his YouTube site.
Yeah,
and it's not all him all the time, but this guy, the actual Cart Narc guy, is awesome.
He grew up in Nashville.
He's really funny.
So this is one of the worst.
He's really funny, and people get so pissed.
Well, and what would you bet, Betsy? What would you do if he?
42 years old.
He's
My
42.
title is Chief Agent with the Cart Narcs.
You left your cart blocking the spot behind you.
I know that.
And the cart return is right there. You get a big old magnet for that one.
Yeah, they get pissed.
They get so pissed. And they come out and they throw the magnet at him. And just as they're driving away, he tosses it again.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It really is. And he makes low six figures off that
with
channel.
These videos?
Yeah.
Good for him.
His YouTube channel makes low six figures. It started off as a bit from a radio show, and
the Woody boys.
Woody.
I can't remember their name. I apologize.
I think it's the I've Got a Woody show.
No, I can't remember their name, and I apologize for not remembering their name because they do some funny bits. But
it's the Woody. I think it's just a Woody show, isn't it?
It might be. Anyway, I want to give them their props because they're funny.
Yeah, it's a
guy here in the tank top.
We're rolling I told you it's the Woody show.
Yeah, okay.
We're rolling the dice because there might be an F-bomb in here, but we'll see.
Oh, well. Get over it.
He thinks he's clever. By the way, the cart returns right over there. Thinks he's clever with the retort.
With the retort.
And they get...
And so pissed.
And load their groceries.
Look, he's in the Costco lot.
It's harder. Like if you were here again and you wanted to load your truck, you have a cart in your way. Right, but then what if you want to push?
You know how much time they waste just arguing with him, and it's amazing that they stop and they engage with him as long as they do.
It's killing right on air.
Take a magnet. Oh!
Hit him with the fake out. Let's see if he falls for it.
Yep, he did. Nope, no, he didn't. Oh, he's thinking about stopping.
It's like it's like a bull and a matador. Let's see if is he getting out? Yes.
Yes,
he thinks he's got that.
You getting out? Yes, he is.
Why is this so entertaining?
It is, though. It is.
You fell for the fake out.
And all they've got to do.
The fake out. I didn't actually do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and kick your ass. And then the Cartnark dude, he just starts running. He's like, "Hey, sorry, you can't get me."
You fell for the fake out. Hilarious.
But did you see where he wears a bulletproof vest that one of his
and I will say this,
fans sent him?
And I will say this: whatever parking lot he's in needs to be cleaned up. A lot of trash on that parking lot. Well, I mean, that whole parking lot. The video that you played, there's all kinds of trash in the parking lot. I don't like it.
This one here?
Oh yeah, really bad. It's been a while since they've cleaned the lot at all.
That's Northridge, California.
The lot.
So.
Yeah, they've been a while since they've cleaned the lot. Look at all the trash blowing around. And when he leaves, when he runs up to leave, there's a big glunk of food trash on the lot. Right there.
You're right.
I mean, it's just terrible. I don't know who's running the joint, but that needs to be taken care of.
You're right. There is just
way too much trash. Yeah.
No, you're right, and that's terrible. California, which I hate to see, but 6-figure income.
Good for him. I mean, he does a great job. He's very funny, and I don't know how many interactions he goes through that don't turn into fun stuff.
Guys, but it's time
where
for
they're so
break.
I'm in the middle of talking about what are we?
Sorry,
And they're back. Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
We don't make 6 figures off this program, just so all of you are aware. I mean, not even really close to 6. Not even. But
is there a figure? Is there a figure involved? Because if there is, I would like to be aware of it.
Well, here's the funny thing. You could. I mean, all they need is like your email. Is that your Venmo? Right there. Is that? I mean, if they wanted to send money to you, could they send it to?
I always forget my PayPal. What is my freaking PayPal? I think it's Jeffy CTF.
Oh Lord, you have more email addresses than I do.
Well, no, that's not a.
Well, that'd be an email address, wouldn't it? Do you want me to put your? Okay, we're gonna have to get the interns to put your damn Venmo up here too, I guess. So,
it's not a Venmo; it's a PayPal.
You don't have Venmo? All the cool kids have Venmos.
No, I don't have Venmo. It's PayPal. PayPal, yeah. Venmo. At Jeff. Okay, so at Jeffy JFR is what is that, Jeffy JFR? That's Twitter. That's X.
Oh dear Lord.
ChewingTheFatAtTheBlaze.com is an actual email address. The Cameo, which is not free, is Jeffy JFR as well, right? Is that?
Sure.
I think that's right. No, yeah, I think that's right on Cameo. And then the PayPal, which is most important. And forget about that's why I'm confused because I don't care about all those other ones now. I'm talking about you sending me actual cash to my PayPal, which is at Jeffy CTF. At Jeffy CTF. That's my PayPal account. So
and there's all my stuff. And you can just send me a check. I mean, I'll take the actually wait a minute. That will work. And actually, if you're over in the Rumble chat room, which is on the website, you can do one of those tippy things. Because if you look down in the lower left-hand corner, there's a little thing you do that looks like a money sign. It's like, hey, just
let me ask you a question. If someone were to do that during this show, are you ever going to let me know? Is that,
that is so strange. We've lost the connection to Jeff Fisher, and I don't know what happened to him, but he may be back next week, or he may not here on the program. I don't. But click that little thing you do down there and send money.
Oh, I'm back. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Well, that's
all of a sudden
strange.
I was talking and then it just went dead.
It's almost weird. Like when they behave, they're up on screen, and when they don't, they disappear. It's Unfolding Joker says, "Be careful how loud you say kind. Hunter Biden might appear." What?
I don't see that.
2977 Deb. I don't know what that is. I actually wish that people would have sensed how they park their car in between the lines. Oh, they're all going down the cart route.
Well, that is an issue that we can address is the parking. I mean, there's people that, they park cockeyed. They don't care because the world revolves around them, and that's how they park, and they just move on.
Fry's and Kroger always had busted ass carts. Well, Fry's, you don't have to worry about Fry's anymore because they are belly up.
Right. And listen, and the busted ass carts, that's an issue with a lot of older stores, but that's also an issue with management. Now, when there's a problem, the reason they don't want to order new carts is because it comes out of the store's budget. Now, it may be the corporate boys saying, hey, you can't order new carts, or no, we're not sending you 100, we're only going to send you 20 or whatever because of the cost of them. That's what I was saying earlier. They're expensive. But it comes out of the store's budget. So if the manager is working on a bonus plan, he's like, I don't care about those broken ass cards. I just want people to shop here. I'm not taking a cut on my bonus.
Danny K over on the YouTube watching us there. She says, I have no cash button here, or I might send some change. Damn it. Go to the Rumble one. You can still do it. It's just a couple. How hard is it?
CTF was the PayPal.
I mean, we can put that back up on the screen for you.
Like speaking Swahili, I don't quite understand.
Right.
You could order a Cameo.
Right.
That actually makes me work for the money. You can do that.
Oof.
I'm like, Cameo's my pimp. We know that.
Right. Yes, you are the trained monkey or the whore. Either way you want to look at it.
Either way. Yeah.
It doesn't really. I mean,
you give the pimp the money, and then he gives a cut to the whore, and then the whore does whatever whoever paid the pimp the money wants done. That's the way Cameo works.
If the whore doesn't do what the whore's told,
you know what happens.
It's weird because I do know what happens, and it's. I'm not. Look, I can't.
That was the funny line from. Cuomo, right at the DNC, and I hate to prop him, but
sorry, I didn't watch. I didn't watch. What was his line?
Oh, yeah. One of the streamers asked Cuomo, the multiple questions, and one of the things was, "What's the best pickup line you have?" And he said, "I'll pay." That's funny. It's a funny line.
Dark Magneto gave us $2 and says Jeffy rules over on his. So hey, look, he's you got some.
I wish there was a way that I don't want to go dark again and have some sort of.
That's so strange. I don't know what happened. It just keeps happening though. It's like a glitch in the Matrix, but. Oh, look, he's back.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Woo. Good.
A wonder boner will make you work for it, too, Jeffy. That's what Jody 121 says.
A wonder boner?
You've never had a wonder boner? Oh, surely you've had the wonder boner.
I believe I have had a wonder boner, but
wonder boner. Everybody's had the wonder boner, right? I mean, remember the wonder boner? Yeah, this was many years ago. It was the
there he is. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to clean and debone him?
I'll do it. What gives? You want to do it?
Just wait till you see what I've done.
Yeah, I got the wonder boner.
It's the wonder boner. The wonder boner?
Oh, you laugh now. Just watch.
You just assemble the wonder boner stainless steel rods like this. You take the fish,
Okay.
you find the top of the spine, and you slide him through the ring on the wonder boner, and
look at that.
That's awesome.
Voila!
That's awesome,
Right?
actually.
That was a real.
My wife would like that.
His wife would love the wonder boner.
Amazing new fishing
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, it existed.
The Wonder Boner's
Yeah.
unique design.
It existed, and then somewhere along the line, they didn't sell enough or something. But
Weird, because I remember being forced to learn how to cut fish and clean fish, and just terrible. I kept telling my family, can't we just eat? Can't you
Right.
just do it? Can't
And
you just
strangely
do it?
enough-
What are you making me? I don't want to sit here and have to turn. Remember they had to turn the gill grinder to clean off the gills, and you got to cut the head and finger out the guts. And
the
jeez.
gill grinder.
Yeah, whatever they called it. I forget what they call it.
Wasn't he
What do
in
they call
Buck
it?
Rogers? Gill grinder.
Yes.
I think he was.
Yes, gill grinder. Yes, he was in. It was in Buck Rogers. What do they call it? I don't know what they call it, but you had to stick the side of the fish in, and it takes the gills off.
We always just
Turns
did
it
it
off.
with a knife. I mean, of course, we were just
Well, we were living large on our campsite. Okay, we had
Apparently
actual
so.
we had
had a
the
knife,
tools
we
that cleaned the fish.
chopped
We
the
did not
head
have the
off.
wonder boner.
no.
We did not have the wonder boner, but
Really
we did
is
have
sad
the gill grinder or whatever they called it.
that's a gill grinder.
Yeah, whatever they called it. I don't remember.
Now you got me curious. What the hell is a gill grinder? A gill grinder.
I don't know what they called it.
Delicatessen. I said, no, I don't think that was the name of it.
No, it's to clean fish.
Gill grinder to clean fish. Gill
Stick it in
cutting
and turn it.
machine.
Let's see it.
Hang on, it easier said than done. Hold on. Gill cutting machine. Do it over here. It'll make it much easier. Gill.
That's the wonder
cutting.
boner.
That's the wonder boner. Here is the gill.
Oh my
cutting
God! No, we
machine.
did not. We were bringing in the.
Wow.
We were bringing in the foundry.
When
We
you
were bringing in
camped,
the
you
foundry.
camped some serious camping, didn't you? 'Cause that's
I told you we were cutting edge
That
edge
is-
out there camping with our tent.
well. Look at the benefits. The benefits are fast and humane killing method of fish, hygienic design for easy cleaning, simple maintenance, high
That's
capacity.
what you want. That's what you want. You want the humane killing of fish.
Right. Good Lord, that thing looks expensive. Whew. I do. Yeah.
No, it's just a little. It's a little handheld peeler.
fish peeler.
It's a little handheld.
Oh, wait,
peeler.
hold on a second. Maybe it was the gill cutting robot. That may be what you had.
Nope,
It's
wasn't that though.
The robotic
No.
solution for automatic killing of fish.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of anything that
What'd you do? Throw this in
feeds
the
me
back of
faster.
your pickup truck and
Yeah. Just put.
toss the fish on the conveyor belt? In they'd go. Live fish go in
in
one
they go.
spout and dead fish come out the other.
There's nothing like a bluegill gone through the Optimar.
Wow. That thing, somebody sat down and designed that.
I know.
And
Holy
they-
cow. Hey, speaking of that, I wanted to show you something. I thought of you this week when I saw this video, this promotion, because you said somebody actually designed that, and you were actually showing the Optimar, fascinated by the design of the Optimar that we just had on the screen.
I always
And
am.
that's why I thought of you with this. This guy, which is a good idea, actually, showed us what Tickle Me Elmo looks like without the fur. And I thought of you the whole time. 'Cause
This
I'm like,
is-
Brad likes to know how things work.
This is nightmare fuel.
Look at that. That's awesome.
It's so disturbing.
That is
awesome.
You know, it's just all you got to do is put a cute fuzzy sock over something, and it's not nearly as terrifying.
No kidding. I mean, we've had several Tickle Me Elmos in my lifetime show up in the dwellings that I'm in, and I didn't ever think to take the stupid padding off, and I'm mad at myself for that because that's awesome.
Wow, that's
awesome.
That is some freaky stuff. But I do. I like to take
is.
things apart, which frustrated my mom and dad because I would take stuff apart, and then.
But the whole point of taking things apart is being able to put them back together.
You see, they don't teach you that part until much later in life.
Oh, okay.
When you're young, you just, whoa, who knew there were 900 pieces to a toaster? And, if I had my cell phone when I was 9, I could have taken a picture or shot a video of myself taking it apart. Right. I know what parts went in what places, and I would have put it, but since I didn't, I couldn't. And we bought a lot of toasters.
I know it. I wish if there was actual videos back in the day, there'd be some kids made a lot of money. Be some children making a lot of money because we were doing things just for fun.
That's what the kids today are doing. They're doing it and they're making a lot of money.
I know, and it's just for fun. I know.
If you see, that's people get all, and Ron is one of those guys who thinks social media is the devil. How did I get that spot on my shirt?
Are you blaming Ron for something again?
I am.
We've already done that.
I know, but it never gets old. It really doesn't.
Okay.
It's
always
it's very handy to have a Ron.
Even created a sounder. I like.
Yes, it's that was one of the very first. I've invested money in that, but it's amazing to me the benefits you can get from social media. And I don't usually think of X or of places like YouTube as social media, but it is. It's social media.
It is, absolutely, yeah.
And I had a circular saw I've had for several years now from Milwaukee that was very frustrating because I would pull the trigger and nothing would happen. And then you pull the trigger again and, it would start up. And then a second later it would stop. And I tried it with different batteries. I tried and sent it back to Milwaukee, and they said they fixed it. And I love Milwaukee. But it came back and it worked for about a week, and then click, 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 nothing. And Same thing again. And it turned out.
But thanks to YouTube, I'm sure there was an issue that has been addressed by a man smarter than you and I.
He actually had a video of taking the tiny little switch apart inside the
Milwaukee.
And I was able to take it apart and put it back together. And let me just tell you,
now it works like a gem.
Had I tried that 10 years ago, I'd still have what I like to lovingly refer to as box of motorcycle, which I'll tell you about.
Look at the inside of the switch here.
That's a tiny. This is tiny stuff.
This part actually belongs with the other half. It just got stuck.
And he just
it's got this little horseshoe shaped spring.
And he just got in there, just scraped off some contacts. And was like, hey.
Anyhow, the two halves go together.
And it worked. And I'm like, man, why didn't somebody put this out? Because I did 20 years, probably 25 years ago, I bought an old motorcycle and I took it apart and was going to, clean it up and put it back together. And then I forgot about putting it back together. And I literally had 3 crates of motorcycle parts.
Box of motorcycle.
Which sat in my father-in-law's shed for the next 8 or 9 years until he died. And then I think finally just went to the dump. Which is sad.
Man, see?
I know. But it's the beauty of all of this stuff.
You didn't have a neighbor you could stash it in? Or a neighbor didn't want to take it and put it in his shed for a little while?
No.
Very sad. Very sad.
And then you said this, which
I gave one of my favorite barber chairs. I love that chair. It was a porcelain.
You gave it away.
Iron. I bought a barber chair from a thrift store 100 years ago, and it was a porcelain. It had iron. It was from Chicago. It worked. The hydraulics. You put oil in the tub of the chair. The chair sits down in there, and the hydraulics. You put oil in it. The hydraulics all work. It's awesome. I loved that freaking chair.
How heavy was it?
Really, real heavy. And to move it, you had to take it out of the well, the bottom well. That base that it sits in. So you got to carry 2 parts that are 1,000 pounds, not just one. And you got to make sure that you got to be able to drain the oil out of the tub, and you got to wipe the oil off the hydraulic system that you're pulling out of the tub. It's just.
Yep.
But I love that stupid chair. And there may or may not have been some issues with my first wife in the house we were living in. So I had my neighbor, my man Chuck. I said, "Look, I'm just going to leave it in your garage here, and we'll be good." And Chuck's like, "Yeah, go ahead, set it back there in the corner." So I don't know how many years had passed, and Chuck called me and was like, "Dude, you ever going to do something with this?" Kind of getting sick of seeing this barber chair in my garage.
So did you tell him just go ahead and throw it away?
I was just like, you do what you want with it, bro. It's all yours.
It's yours now.
Do what you want with it. It's all yours.
I did the same thing.
I got nothing for you.
With an upright piano, an old bar room upright piano.
Yeah, I grew up with those pianos. We always had an upright piano.
You know how heavy those are?
I used to deliver them. Are you kidding me? That's what I did. Well, pianos are easy to move, though. I mean, they're easy. They're heavy, but they're easy to move because you just put them on their side. Just lift them up, put them on their side,
right?
And then you don't have to. You're not struggling. They slide. You put them on a little dolly.
This was still
heavy.
Put
them on a little dolly. Yeah, they're heavy, but you just put them, lift it up on its side, and put it on a dolly. Move it anywhere you want.
It was only $50. This one at the Habitat Home Store, $50. And
we always had an upright piano as a kid. Now I just have a little spin at the house.
Right. Well, and this one wasn't in tune or anything, but it really looked cool. And for $50, and then I realized why no one had bought it, because it was like trying to lift a car into the back of my truck.
Yeah, they're really heavy.
And eventually,
that's the whole thing. When I delivered pianos and organs all through high school, that's how I made my drinking and drug money through high school, was delivering pianos and organs for Gridley Music.
It seems
Todd
like
and his dad.
Easier ways to make money for booze and drugs.
I didn't know of one at the time, and Todd and I were friends, and his dad owned the shop, and he told us you can drive the truck and go deliver it and be, assholes like you are at 17, and we did. And people would say there's only a couple of stairs, and there'd be a long stairway. You have to put the piano on a skid and pull it up and haul it up.
Just a couple of stairs.
Just a couple of stairs. And there's only one turn. And the turn is a 90-degree stairwell turn that they want the piano upstairs. But that's all I did was deliver pianos and organs all through high school, yeah.
And I don't remember how I even got this person's name, but somebody needed a piano for a music video. And they're like, we'll give you $100. I'm like, oh, all right. Can you deliver it out to where we're shooting this music video, which was in the middle of nowhere? I did. I dumped it off, and it's in a music video somewhere, and I think they blew it up. So somewhere if you ever see a piano blowing up in a music video, that's my old piano.
That's awesome.
And then
that's awesome.
And then of course this wise tip that you found.
This girl is I don't know if I want to call her a genius, but I love her idea.
So I keep getting the question, Sasha, why is there sock on your bat? Is it to clean up the blood? And the answer is no. So if you're, hitting someone with the bat,
a second, please.
How
many times do you think Sasha has been asked, "Hey, why is there a sock on your bat?"
Which is not a euphemism, by the way. Not a euphemism.
How many times do people keep asking me, Sasha, why is there a sock on your belt?
Bat. And then they're going to try to pull it away from you, right? So you put a sock on the bat, so when they grab onto it, you can just yank the bat away, and then they're left with the sock, and you still have the bat. So it gives you a second chance to, continue doing what you have to do, so they don't use the bat against you. That's
right.
That is smart.
Genius, right? Oh, okay, yeah, smart. I didn't want to call her a genius. Never mind.
I don't know. You might. It could be.
I mean, that's a good move. Now, I mean, obviously, the obvious line to that is the sock going to stop the bullet?
Wait a minute. Oh, no, you're right. I'm thinking if you made it a Kevlar sock, but that doesn't mean anything because they've got the sock at that point.
Correct. So they grabbed it, but you get one. It does help for one shot, though, right? Because if you swing it and they stop it,
right,
and you pull away, you may end up getting shot, but you've lasted a few seconds longer.
Do they make Kevlar gloves that you could, if somebody shot you, just...
Wonder Woman had those, didn't she? Oh, no, those were the bracelets. Oh, never mind.
They may have been Kevlar. Look at the time. It's already, I mean, such...
Is it really?
Time has passed. When we're together, it's like the past 2 weeks.
Can't be an hour. Really,
it seems like such a long time, and yet so quickly it goes by. Must be time for the joke of the week, since we don't have a band today because Ron.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. What's happening with I'm Not Stu? Is he not doing his job?
He's well, he pawned it off on Ron.
Went away for the weekend.
It's Labor Day.
Day. Yeah,
he's gonna go. He's boating somewhere.
Oh, I thought maybe he was packing the whites away.
He might be packing the whites, which we never did get to. Why you can't wear white, but let's just say it's a bougie excuse because back in the day you wore whites.
It was first of all.
I figured since you were here and since you were in here, oh my gosh,
words.
Wait a second, we've lost the connection again. Son of a, how does this? Hold on. Is it? Oh,
there it is. Oh,
it came back. Whoa. Good. Because there for a second I was worried. All right. Okay. Joke of the day.
I got a couple actually because I was going to give you this joke. I used to date a girl who had a parrot. The damn thing never shut up. The parrot was cool though, and which is a standalone joke. That's fine. I could have ended with that, but that led me into that reminded me of the joke with the girl and the kangaroo on the beach.
Do I show that now or do I wait?
Yes. No, you show that now. That's the girl and the kangaroo on the beach. With the comment, they are cute and seem harmless, but they're loud, incredibly expensive to keep, and absolutely untrainable. The other is a kangaroo. I really don't know much about kangaroos.
And on that note, the only question left to ask is, what are you going to do with the rest of your day now that Saturday Morning Live has come to an end? You're going to need a Jeffy fix at some point, and you can get it in all the right places. On X, at JeffyJFR. Send him an email, chewingthefat@theblaze.com. And remember, you can get a cameo from Jeffy, but it's not free. And if it's more of Brad Staggs that your heart needs, that's easy too. Follow him on all the socials at Real Brad Staggs. He never checks his email, but you can try brad@thedailymojo.com.
Good luck.
Anything you guys want to add? Good, because I have somewhere to be in about 15 minutes. Watch The Daily Mojo Monday morning at 7 and Chewing the Fat drops again Monday afternoon. Until then, I'm not Stu, saying hasta la vista, baby!